Okay, so then let's consider, the realm of like psychotherapy. Okay, whether you want to be psychology or therapy, any of the trained, credentialed doctor, mental health specialists that are actually trained. They're going to automatically discern that somebody like me is paranoid, right? Because I distrust them. But and then any of the other things, you can see how I quickly become dissociated, I quickly become schizophrenic, and any other thing. I'm not an expert in all the things that they could diagnose me as, right? But honing in on the paranoia one, just because I distrust them, is like, I never agreed for their education and credential to be like the unilateral authority on all things mental health, okay? Because that's totalitarian, right? To me, that's very totalitarian, that's very oppressive, and it's very, and it's part of totalitarian is always this cronyism, where somebody decides who gets to be right. Somebody gets to decide who gets to be superior. Somebody decides which way of thinking. That's just totalitarianism in general. Is somebody out there is deciding what is the right way to think. Okay? And isn't that really indicative of what would be going on with me being paranoid of like the psychotherapy? And them calling me paranoid. Don't you think that's exactly a totalitarian decree in reality? Because I don't think I'm paranoid at all. I think I'm, spreading the word of God, trying to save us all from like eternal purgatory in Satan's propagated reality. So I don't see how, and it's all in there. That's the book of truth. Like, God is truth. Like, it's all in there. Like, God is truth. And aren't we all, and it's like, I grew up thinking that everybody was trying to get to heaven. And like, Father in heaven's like already in heaven. But then all of a sudden I live in a reality that's like anti-Christian, and I'm paranoid for distrusting these blasphemic industries. And it's just totalitarianism. And that's part of propagated reality, is not anybody is realizing how totalitarian it all is.